What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new podcast, the RDS, the Reed DuPont Show. Awesome time of the year. We are getting back into deer season. I can literally say deer season is next month here in Texas, especially here in South Texas. It's August, and when August comes around here at D-Tex Whitetails, we get in that mode. We pass the spring, we pass basically the death march of summer. And we're on that back end, getting ready for fall. So we're gonna be talking about, guys. We're starting to prep. I've seen a lot of guys on TikTok, a lot of guys on YouTube. They're prepping, they're getting cameras out, they're messing with blinds and all that stuff. They're doing it correctly. Now is the time. Start scouting, start figuring out where you're setting your blinds and whatever. So we're gonna get into it. What we're doing here at D-Tex Whitetails. 3 weeks, I'll be putting up all my trail cams. So deer season starts, at least for bow, September 27th. So we got like 2 months, right? But you got to start now. You got to get your cameras out. You got to be organized, prepared, and whatnot. So putting cams out in 3 weeks. Those cams will be up for a month before the season starts, right? So we're gonna get a lot of good footage. It's still that summertime pattern for these deer. So they're usually feeding at night. A lot of movement during the nighttime hours. Evening and morning, not much action at all. You know, it's 100 degrees down there, so no action at all during the daytime hours. So it's gonna be that summertime feeding is what we're gonna see on the trail cam. But we got deer in velvet. These bucks are done in velvet. Maybe have a week left, but they're completely done. So it's gonna be cool to see some photos. They always look bigger in velvet. So seeing photos and vids come through the cameras is always a good time to see that. Camera wise, I'm putting 8 cameras out, and I'm spreading them out throughout the property, and we're gonna kind of do a little different this year. We're gonna keep the SD cards in the camera instead of bringing them back to the lodge and plugging them in the TV, having to erase them all. I got this little stick that attaches to my phone, and I can literally do everything out in the field. Plug all the photos into my phone, into a hard drive, and then erase everything and put the SD card right back in the camera so we don't miss a day. That's very important. And so that's something new on the camera side that we're doing. So that's gonna be cool. Like I said, we got 8 cams going out, so we're gonna get a lot of photos. And like I said, I'm gonna leave those up for a month. And then I'll check them in a month. I'm gonna have them rolling. I think like the longest time we can do is a minute per photo. So we're gonna have it, staged out like that because we're gonna have a lot of photos coming in. Deer wise, wow, we got some deer in particular that we're looking for on cam. First off is Frio. Here's a video of Frio. I'll show you right here. We're gonna be looking for him this year. It's gonna be hard to top what he looked like last year. So I don't expect him to look bigger. You literally can't look bigger, but I'm interested to see if he looks like he did this past year, or is he on his downhill? Like, what's he looking like? He's been on protein, food plots, and whatnot. So that's gonna be really, really big is what he's looking like. I'm looking at his sheds. I'm looking in the corner of my eye. I'm looking at his sheds right here. But it's gonna be very cool to see what that deer looks like. No soldier this year. We got soldier on the ground last year. Who else? Man, I guess that's really it in terms of big deer that we're looking for. Flare, I guess. Flare would be another one. I got his sets over there too. What Flare's gonna look like. But other than that, it's just a lot of these big deer, these unknown deer, these younger deer that maybe blew up between 4 and 5 that are just gonna blow us away. So it's gonna be it's the best time of the year if you're a hunter because you have absolutely no idea what you have on your property. And going out there and scouting, even getting in the blind in the morning. I know it's hot, but getting in the blind for 30 minutes, an hour, and shooting some film and whatnot, kind of see what you got is awesome. So very excited. I'm ready to get down there and get these cams out. From a blind side, deer blind side of things, we're rolling a lot of hard blinds. We have a couple soft pop-up blinds as well, but we're trying to get everything elevated this year, get off the ground about 4 or 5 feet. That takes away any kind of snakes, any kind of, spiders or scorpions, as well as get your scent off the ground a little bit. You'll have a little better visual of your surroundings when deer coming in. and you're just not eye level with deer that can just pick you off when you're in a bow blind. So that's what we're going to be working on. Me and my brother, a couple of my buddies, we're going down, and in 3 weeks when I put those cams out, we're gonna get all these blinds situated. We built a couple stands last year. We built 3 kind of like platforms. So we're gonna maybe build 2 more, as well as kind of figure out. We got some tree stands, as well as some new tripods that we're gonna be cooking up as well. So it's gonna be cool. Change the pace a little bit in terms of just always sitting on the ground. Kind of gets boring after a while, and your visual is like this. I really want that 180 degree, even in some blinds, 360 degree visual. I can see all around me, see deer coming in and whatnot. So we're gonna get these blinds settled up. Any kind of mowing, weed whacking, clear and brush, get these things looking great come deer season. So that's what we got from a camera side of things. That's what we got from a blind side of things. In terms of what we're actually looking for, looking for target bucks. We're looking for, in terms of target bucks, we're looking kind of for management bucks that we can take out early in the season before they have a chance to breed in December. So we're gonna be hitting the management bucks hard. What is a management buck? Anything that looks trash, anything that is super old and looks trash, anything that's super possibly young and looks trash. I mean young, like 3-4-year-old. So trash bucks. Could be scoring 120, could be scoring 140, 150 max. They just don't look good. We don't want them breeding. We get these deer out early during bow season and the beginning of rifle season, that first couple weeks in November. Get those deer out. And we try to go for around 15 bucks. We're going to be trying to push it this year, maybe around 25 bucks. Those management bucks, trying to get them knocked on the ground. And then get your does early as well. You always got to take does off the property. Getting those out early before they get pregnant is always ideal. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. Management bucks and does from, September 27th till, Thanksgiving, right? You got good 2 months to make that happen. That's probably we got some deer to knock down. So I got my bow all tuned up, ready to go. I was just actually thinking about upgrading. I've got the Mathews Creed. It's a 12-year-old bow, 13-year-old bow. I'm thinking about upgrading to the Mathews Lift X. It just came out, the brand new 2025 bow by Mathews. I may pull the trigger with the little Ultra View 2 on it. It's really tempting, but I had that elk trip last year, and I just fine-tuned everything. I got new cams, new strings, new everything for my Mathews Creed, so I'll probably run it. I haven't shot anything since I put all that stuff on because I didn't get an elk. But we'll see. We'll see. The Lift X is tempting. But so that's kind of where we're at in terms of that. And then you're wondering, Reed, when are you shooting your giant deer? When are you going to chase after your big bucks? That will be during breeding season when it gets really, really cold. The rut is going crazy. We're going to see a bunch of deer that just don't come out, in the early months, that come out in, December and then January. We'll be chasing after some of those giants. So I'm looking for a giant myself. Just to the right of me is my big buck, my 224s. Scored 224, 24 point buck, double drop ton. Got my bow back in 2019, so that's been 6 years since that happened. So I'm looking for a deer. Looking for a deer to hang up on the wall. Definitely looking for a deer to hang up on the wall, and I think this year we can make it happen. Obviously, with a bow, we got to get with a bow. So that's kind of the stage of what we're looking for. We got our cams, blinds, our management bucks, our does, and then our big deer. And I'm excited. I've seen, like I said, a bunch of stuff on TikTok, on YouTube. Y'all are doing good. Y'all are prepping. Whether you're filling feeders, putting cams out, it's hot. Okay? Especially those guys in the South. It's a struggle trying to do all that clear lanes and stuff. Mess with food plots because it's hot. It's 100 degrees and you got mosquitoes and everything else going at it. But it's fun at the same time. It's rewarding. So super excited. Something I also want to talk about is how do you improve from last year in terms of everything combined? My top 3 things, you got to be organized. You have to be organized, whether it's your hunting bag, whether that's, how you treat your side-by-side or four-wheeler, how your cleaning up in your blinds, your windows, your doors, and your blinds. Having chairs in your blinds, whether you're bow hunting, having hangers for your bow, all just the little things. Trying to get organized, and it can really make a big difference when you're drawing back on a deer, or just trying to get out in the blind in the morning. All the time, guys, we're always rushing trying to get out in the blind because we're fighting that daylight in terms of that sun coming up. Just being organized, having everything situated is, I would say, 100% the biggest thing that we're trying to improve on, that everyone else should try to improve on if you haven't. That's a big tactic that can keep you less stressed, as well as better have a better success when hunting. Is organization. 2, I would say just being patient as well as practicing. Patient and practicing. I like it. This is off the top of my head. Gotta practice. If you're rifle hunting, get out to the range. If you're bow hunting, get out to the range. Shoot in your backyard. Whether you're brand new or you've been doing it for years, get out there. Practice. If you're bow hunting, shooting standing up, shooting sitting down. If you're gun hunting, practice on a sled as well as on a tripod. You never know the situation, whether you're whether you're gonna be stalking a deer, whether you're in a blind, whether you're gonna be in a tree stand, ground line. You never know. So practicing a lot and having patience. It's a long season. It goes by fast, but it's a long season if you really think about it. And having that patience, you put all that time in during the summer months, even back to spring, and it's going to pay off. This is the year. It's going to pay off for you. I'm hoping it's going to pay off for me. I haven't been like chasing a big deer in a while back in 19. So I think it's due for me, and I think we can make it happen. And then number 3, I would probably say, obviously have fun. Have fun. You got to have fun because, guys, it's hunting. Have fun. Right? Enjoy the moments, right? I just did a TikTok the other day talking about the best time is when you're with your buddies and you're talking about that one trip that y'all had together. So have fun, enjoy the moments because they fly. And I would also say try something new. If you haven't, you have a new call, a new grunt, or you've never tried rattling some antlers together during the rut. Get out there and do that. Try something new. Whether you've never spot and stock before, whether you've never been in a tree stand before, whether you've never filmed with a camera, maybe you've never filmed your hunt before. Try filming your hunt this year. That would be awesome. If you do, send it to me. I'd love to see it on YouTube or whatever. Film a YouTube video. Try something new. Maybe try hunting with someone you've never hunted with before. You haven't hunted with them in years. Try something new. I think that's always a good time. Just change what you kind of usually do when you go out hunting. So I'm excited from a target buck side of things. I'm looking for something big, obviously. I like width. That's my main thing. I like width. Give me some width. I'll take a big wide 8-point buck, 10-point buck. I'll take a big wide 10-point buck over a 22-inch little basket buck every day. Give me something wide. I like some character, whether it's some kickers, a drop tine, kicker stickers, forks, double brows. Give me something with some character. And gosh, just thinking about it, I can't wait to look at these trail cams when I get them out. I really think we can make it happen this year on a big buck. I went elk hunting last year, and before I was shooting, I was comfortable at 40 yards, right? Last year, before my elk trip. When I was preparing for the elk trip, I was having to shoot 70 yards, 50 yards, 40 yards, 20 yards, got all my different pins and everything, standing up, sitting down, and now I'm super comfortable. I would say out to 60 yards. 70 yards I could shoot, but super comfortable up to 60 yards. So that's going to be a big game changer this year. I'm going to be moving some of the blinds back a little bit, and I'll just be able to reach out a little farther with my bow than I've ever before. Now, am I going to shoot a giant buck at 60 yards? Am I going to shoot a big 200-inch deer at 60 yards? Probably not. I mean, if it's the last day of the season, yes, I'm letting it fly. But if it's, if I'm in December, I got this buck pattern from some trail cameras. I'm I ain't gonna take a 60-yard shot. I'll take a 30-yard shot, 35-yard shot, 40-yard shot. It just really depends. It really depends if I got that deer pattern and what time of the season is it. Is it late? Is it early? But being able to shoot that distance on does and some management deer, I feel 100% comfortable with. Get a little shaky when you get that big buck come out. So it's going to be fun being able to shoot a little farther this year. With that being said, I'm really tempted to get that Mathews Lift X, but we'll see what happens. That's about it for today's video. Appreciate y'all watching. The season is just around the corner, literally next month, September 27th. I'm gonna be hunting, so super excited. We're gonna be pushing it hard this year. We're gonna get real sweaty, and I think it's gonna be the best season of all time. So appreciate y'all watching the episode. If you're new, hit that sub button, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.